All right. Brown Table Talk, today's episode. I have to come up with all these titles on the fly. You know, I was thinking,
you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, but I mean, yeah, we feel the petty. We feel the pettiness.
Petty. It's a good joke.
Are you debating the fact
that
Are you debating the fact that you're petty?
Is doing jokes petty?
Well, depend on what kind of jokes that you're doing, and the ones that you're doing are very petty.
I mean, it's topical. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get into it. All right.
I'm not saying it's not warranted. I'm just saying accept the fact that you're petty.
A punchline can't be petty necessarily if your job is to tell some jokes here and there.
That's not how it works. Just accept that you're petty.
So I think you're just trying to throw that label on me without even like trying to, you know what I mean? I have a little discussion, you know? I'm fine with being petty.
Okay, we're good. So we're good then. So we're good. You just said it. You're fine with being petty. And I just said that you are. So everything is all good. Cool. All right. Hey, people. Welcome to today's episode. I don't know why he vexed, but he vexed. You said nothing.
All right, but
all right.
With that being said,
coconuts in Barbados.
Picking coconuts in Barbados.
All right. All right. Today we got quite a few topics to get through. Some people are upset. We definitely want to talk about some of the new updates on the Akaash stuff because some of it's just funny, and I don't know, man. I feel like I gotta give her some credit because she's been getting pooped on everywhere online.
Yeah, people are.
And she didn't delete anything. She just said, "I'm leaving that shit up," and everyone's been cycling through and finding more and more clips, and it just keeps getting worse.
Well, I haven't seen her with a cowboy hat, so I don't see why she would delete stuff.
Ooh, okay.
Petty.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
All right.
See, but people got to know all this lore. They're not going to catch all these jokes.
That's the thing about the pettiness.
That's why y'all tune in every week.
That's my kind of pettiness.
Okay.
My kind of pettiness is if you get it, you get it.
Okay.
If you don't, there's going to be other stuff you're going to get. Mm-hmm. It's okay. You keep on going.
But before we do get to this, Officer Tatum decided to do a response video.
Tatum in French.
Sponsored by Israel and APAC, and we appreciate his response video. So let's take a look at what he had to say, because he was quite upset with us, and he wanted to let us know.
Was he upset?
Oh, he looked, a couple things. Let's see in his response if he's going to address what we talked about. Here we go, folks.
You know, it's fair game to criticize people. It's fair game. We're internet people. I'm not going to sue nobody over fair criticisms.
For context, just in case you aren't aware, we did a video in which we talked about Officer Tatum. There was a viral video going around of him from a podcast 2 years ago where he said, I would never cry in front of my wife. Someone asked, what happens if your kid dies? He says, I would try not to cry in front of her either. And, if I go to my father's funeral, I ain't crying, all this stuff. And sure enough, he found out Charlie Kirk passed and turned on his live stream and decided to drop some tears for everybody. So people, splice those two together, and it was kind of funny to say you would never cry, but then you're on stream crying for the whole world, right? He didn't like that. He was quite upset that we was laughing at that. So here's his response.
But to take a video from 2 years ago to somehow leverage that to make fun of me for crying, tearing up, when Charlie Kirk was murdered is insane to me. You guys take some.
You're missing the point. You're missing the whole point. Like the point. It's over there flying somewhere in the sky. You missing it. The point was not, we're not laughing at you because you're the person that you admired died. We laughed at you because of the irony of someone close to you. You wouldn't cry if someone close to you would die. Okay, you wouldn't cry in front of someone close to you because someone else close to you would die. But someone that is remote, you're gonna cry in front of the whole world. That's the thing that is laughable.
And we got some people who are very upset with us. How dare you laugh? But just pay attention to what he says. Okay, here we go.
Something that happened 2 months ago, referring to a video 2 years before that.
Let me make sure I know exact. 2 years ago about men crying.
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago
Okay, and why is he saying 2 years ago, right? He's, why would you use something from 2 years ago? All right, he's trying to hint that there's something wrong with doing that, okay? He didn't like the fact that we use a quote from 2 years ago. Now, keep listening.
But did
about men crying.
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago, and which is not 2 years ago. I believe the same thing today. But
So who cares? So who cares if it was 2 years ago, 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago? If you still believe the same thing, that means that video is still relevant today. So it doesn't matter. They took it 2 years ago. It doesn't matter 2 years ago because you still think about you. Still think.
But why would you use a clip from me from 3 years ago saying I'm an atheist?
Your argument.
I'm still an atheist, but why would you use a clip from 3 years ago saying I'm an atheist?
I didn't know
I don't
that.
believe in God. I'm never gonna believe in God. Why use a clip from 3 years ago?
Myron, calm down. Okay. Grabbing me and shit.
I hate women too. No, it just
No,
you know
woman.
we have to appreciate like the fake outrage. The 2 years ago, why would you use a clip from 2 years ago? I still think that today. Then shut the fuck up. Like, why are you acting like you ain't used older clips to make a point against somebody politically? And if you still, and I'm the retard because I remember when we did the other video, I said, to be fair to him, this video was from 2 years ago. Maybe he changed his opinion. And his dumb ass, no, I didn't change my opinion. I still think this, but how could you use it? Hey, man.
You can't invent that.
You got to appreciate how stupid a lot of the biggest social commentators are. Let's keep watching.
Said a while ago, and they put it together. But for you to be so disgusting, and you see your friend get murdered on television, I could imagine what that does to his kids. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. This video is brought to you by tatumstore.com. Tatumstore.com, ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. 30% off, up to 60% off on the entire store. And that means every single product. This section here is for 60% off. These are some of the fan favorites.
What the hell did I just notice? What happened? What happened? What kind of jump cut was that?
It's not a jump cut.
It is.
It's not a jump cut.
It is.
I swear on my mother's life, the guy goes from crime.
Foggy speechless.
Did I hit that? That's crazy.
My friend, this is a sickness.
God damn, still going. So
It is a sickness.
I can play the original video. He literally goes from like, "How dare you make fun of me about this?" His kids.
Play the original video then. Play the original video then.
This guy thinks I'm playing. Bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying you're playing.
Officer Tatum.
I'm not saying you're playing.
This guy.
But yeah.
Okay, hold up. You think that didn't?
I
promise you on my mama's life.
No.
I'm watching. Watch how he goes from like, "How dare you?" By the way, why don't you buy these shirts so you can move in style? Ooh, yes. By the way, Charlie Kirk passed away. The bullet went right through him. But you know what? We'll go through these T-shirts that you can buy for $5.99. Libtards, and that's how he did his ad.
Play the clip.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Yeah, stop telling him.
He lost all respect.
All right,
wanna
here we
see
go.
it.
Here we go.
I used to work with Turning Point directly, meaning that I used to work for them as the urban engagement director. We went to the White House together. I mean, they just acquired Blexit, which I'm a co-founder of. Like, and you see your friend get murdered on television with blood gushing out his neck, and I was at his wedding. I know his wife. I could imagine what that does to his kids. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. This video is brought to you by tatumstore.com. Tatumstore.com, ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. 30% off, up to 60% off on the entire store. And that means every single product. This section here is for 60% off. These are some of the fan favorites. Get them today.
Now, did I edit that shit? Is that me?
Can I get some water, please? You mind if I
Don't play with me. Don't even try. Oh, I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Shaggy.
Bro, what you want me to do? It wasn't me. Anyways, let's keep going, bro.
Ain't no way, bro.
Yeah,
Ain't no way.
Oh, how could you? I was with his kids. Now you could buy this shirt the way Charlie couldn't buy a bulletproof vest for $5.
You're stupid. But I understand why he's triggered because this is triggering for him, and I get that. So
that's why he was so triggered. He had to do a merch sale. When I'm triggered, that's what I do too. I'm mourning that my nigga buy my sweatpants so you could stay warm in these cold times.
Ain't no way, man.
I'm gonna come up with slogans. Shit, if you pass away and someone says some shit about you, best believe I'm selling hats for bald niggas.
I need a walk. I need to
Absolutely.
Take a walk.
Okay.
I need to take a walk, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep playing this video because they deserve to see it. Now, all right, guys, here we go. Without preach.
Look at this pompous behavior by these two. I used to like them, man. I used to like all that stuff. But for clicks and
I never liked you.
clout, people would just do anything. But to try to make a point to bash a person who had an emotional response, if one of them had lost somebody that they cared about and they teared up on camera, there's no way in the world I'd be making fun of these guys. Roll the clip.
I saw this clip going viral, and it did make me chuckle. It involved.
Don't forget to buy these shirts. Don't forget to buy these shirts. Don't forget to buy these shirts. We got them. We got the merch. Buy these shirts.
All right. All right, let's keep going. Officer Tatum and his opinions on men crying. Let me make sure I know exact. 2 years ago about men crying, he said some interesting things. So why don't we just take a look at that together?
I would say that a lot of women are going to lose attraction for you if you cry in front of them. Weak men are viewed as unattractive. And you can make the argument that crying can be viewed as a weakness.
I think that time out. Listen to what he said. That crying could be. That's what he said. That crying could be a weakness.
What? So
You know,
you said you never ever you went outcast on us ever.
just watch how cowardly he's gonna be. He just doesn't want to own what he said. Okay, he says I still think that, and now he's gonna be like, well, Brian is the one who said that it could.
But you responded and you agreed. So what are we talking about?
Watch.
You say you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with them.
Sometimes I look up videos of like army dads coming.
So you heard that? He said to the woman, oh, you saw a man cry in front of you? That's not why you're not with them. Implying that, something is wrong with men crying, and that's why a woman wouldn't want to be with them. Keep watching. Not could. That's what he said. Let's keep watching.
As you going to war, you got the guy on the front line and he crying.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, wait a minute, dude. We gonna lose this? Or you
Yeah.
like my dude, we would do SWAT hits, and some of the dudes, they were tough. They were hard around the edge, man. And you don't see them sweat. Men should not show all of their emotions to women, because women judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry in front of my wife. I'm just saying, for me.
You see him say could there?
No, you said you would never.
And he would say he would never, and he says women judge men for that. But let's keep watching. He said he would never cry in front of his wife. Okay, keep watching.
But
You reserve your emotions. I want my son, I would rather my son, if he was an adult, come cry to me than for him to cry in front of his wife.
Right.
But I admired the guy that said the reasons why he wouldn't cry, because he needs to be strong for his father. And every man, in my personal opinion, would want to have that perspective.
I've heard.
I don't know, every time he speaks, I hear like a cop guy.
All right.
Sorry.
It discussed that like girls don't like it when guys cry or anything like that.
they don't.
I think it shows.
They don't.
I think it shows like that you're in a healthy place, because some things there are like are.
If I just start
sad.
crying right now, like
I think that men should not show all of their emotions to women, because women judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry in front of my wife.
Really?
I just wouldn't.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry in front of my wife if my kid
To be
died.
like the support.
No, yeah, I'm her foundation. I'm her strong point. I'll cry on my own, but if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation, and I can be. I don't have to cry. I can do that on another time. My wife is expecting me to be strong in these times. I thought about this. I heard a guy say this.
All right. So I want you guys to key on a couple of things. He says, I need to be strong for my wife, and I can be. I don't have to cry. I can control that. Okay? Then he says, I would never cry in front of my wife. Then he goes on to say, men should not show all their emotions to women, including their wives, apparently. And now we're going to keep watching.
is that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral. I don't want to cry at his funeral. I want my father to know that I'm strong enough to stand up and have this conversation. I've compartmentalized what has happened. I can do that at another time. At my father's funeral, I'm gonna stand up and be strong for everybody in the building. And that's not a bad thing to do. You know, I don't want my wife to be afraid. Just say something tragic happens.
So you don't think
she
so?
looks
What
to
do you
me
think?
to be the stable person. I will try not to cry in front of anybody. There's compulsion for me to cry at times, and I will not do it in front of people. I saw my father cry one time. And it was at his father's funeral.
So you think if
That's
a
it.
man shows his emotion makes him a less man?
No. I just think men shouldn't do it. I know when emotions happen to me, and I refrain from exposing that emotion in front of people.
Once
You
a
say you
week.
had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with them.
Sometimes I look up videos of like army dads coming. How
You
can
suffer.
hold
I
your
think you
tears?
suffer in silence. That's what I think. And when I say suffer in silence, I don't mean have these negative thoughts in your mind and don't tell anybody. What I'm saying is that there are times where I'm emotionally stressed out about certain things, and I deal with them. With my homies, I deal with them by myself. My wife does not need to be exposed to me breaking. Everybody cries sometimes. I get that out of my system so I can be strong for my wife and for a lot of other people. So there's nothing wrong with crying, bro. You just can't do that in front of your woman. You need to try not to do that in front of other people. And just for me, I grew up a little harder than that. I grew up without emotions like that, and men don't really show that emotion. I never had men that cried and stuff in front of me. You know, it just never happened. Football coach wasn't gonna cry in front of you. You know, when you're on the police department, dudes, man, you gotta hold it together, man. They used to tell us suffer in silence.
Interesting.
No, and I
Okay.
Listen, bud, what I understand from this is this, all right? You lied. Or you thought you was that one and you're not. If your kid would die, you would cry. And I think that's okay. I think that's actually okay. If your dad would die, he would cry. And if not, if your kids would die or your dad would die and you would not cry for you, but you cry for you're weird. You're a weirdo. Extremely weird. And that's the thing that we're like we think it's laughable. That is weird. And right now you even see this and you don't comprehend that because I understand the triggers, whatever.
Oh, you're being generous. You're being generous.
I'm always a generous one.
Yeah, you're being very generous.
Yes, very.
This is how you frame it.
The reason why he's doing that is he's triggered because there was laughter, there was his friend. But no, you would cry. If you cried for that, you would cry for your family. Else you're weird.
This is how you dodge accountability. You frame it against the argument that you think you can win against, which is like moral outrage. Oh, they laughed at me. Listen, if we were laughing at people because they were mourning the death of Charlie Kirk, I would have made videos about Megyn Kelly. I would have made videos about all the other content creators. We didn't. So to pretend like people just want to laugh at you because you cried, that's you just being a victim. You enjoy that because it's the one road you can win down. You didn't mention any of the things that we said, which is fine. You just went, oh, can you believe that they laughed at the death of and Massa is so good to me, and they cried, they laughed. You want to buy my shirt? $5.99. Buy Miss Charlie Kirk, and can you believe that That's what he did. He did a performance. And he was gripping people emotionally, right? And it's funny to me because I grew up in this internet age where I heard how fucking emotional libtards are and everything like that. But you realize like these motherfuckers, they all love to do this victim shit whenever they get criticized. They don't like to address it.
No.
He didn't even try, but we're going to keep playing the video. But you saying like he's triggered, it's not triggered. That's intentional. That's you not wanting to see it because it's the one, because he doesn't even play the rest of the video. But I'll show you. We'll keep watching. I just want to play more of his quotes so you guys can hear what he said on the pod before he starts lying.
And that's what I was just quick saying. Like, it's not like crying all that. She just wanted sometimes you see that like something or discrepancy. Yeah.
We ought to try to wrap up here. Let me do a couple of our last chats, and then we're gonna get out of here. We have okay. Man, you guys gotta be nice to the guest here. Okay. He's calling you a bona fide simp. You don't understand anything about female nature. No man should take advice from you. Do you have a response to Barrister Davis?
Well, I'm married.
He's
happily
married.
Oh.
So if anybody should take advice from me, and I'm not saying you got to listen to everything I say, but at least balance out the curve.
Okay. Now we're going to go back to the video that he did most recently.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry in front of my wife.
All right,
if
time
my
out.
kid.
And my wife have never seen me cry. I've never cried in front of my wife. And
You think that the whole internet saw you, dude? The whole internet. My wife not gonna see it. But the rest of the person that is the most close to you is not gonna see it, but you can expose yourself like an up and coming model to everybody else.
My guy, you're just not conservative enough. You're not conservative enough because conservative women don't have internet. What's that talking about?
That's where I grew up. You never see me. I never saw my dad cry a day in my life until his father died, till my grandfather died, and my dad was at the funeral. Never seen my dad cry. Never seen my grandmother cry. I saw her cry one time in my life. So this is the perspective that I'm coming from. And then I said, I'll never cry in front of my wife, which I have never cried in front of my wife.
I'm her foundation. I'm her strong point. I cry on my own, but if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation. I heard a guy say this, is that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral.
Now watch.
I don't want to cry at his funeral. I want my father to know that I'm strong enough to stand up and have this conversation. I've compartmentalized what has happened. I'm very angry.
All right, pause. So as you listen to it, I said I saw a clip of a guy say that I'm not gonna cry at my dad. I didn't say I wasn't gonna cry at my dad's funeral.
No, you said that. You said.
Hold on. To be fair to him, he is correct. He's like, I saw a guy say this. And he brought this up in the conversation because he admired what he said.
Yeah, but the guy that was saying that was him. He just saw himself in the clip.
Keep watching.
I said the guy that I admired had said this. Every man, in my personal opinion, would want to have that perspective. That's not saying that if the rubber hit the road, you're not gonna cry at your dad's funeral. I didn't say I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. I just said I'm not gonna do it in front of my wife. I go cry on my own. Okay. I didn't say I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. I just said I'm not gonna do it in front of my wife.
Is your wife not gonna be at your dad's funeral?
No. You know why? No woman!
I would play that song, but I'm not going to. Hold up. So he's like, no. So he's trying to walk back the statement, right? He's doing this cowardly thing where he's trying to run away from what he said. He's like, no, I never said I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. Okay, well, what if your wife's there? What, are you going to run and hide in a corner to cry at your dad's so you're not going to cry at your dad's funeral? I don't know, bro. Y'all trying to make sense of this for me. I don't really understand it, but let's keep watching.
But when stuff hit the road, I need to be strong for my wife. That's all I said. You don't get your lick back.
This is a sickness of the highest order.
4 million people saw
for me,
pause.
You suffer. I think you suffer in silence. That's what I think.
Hey man, this is the loudest silence I ever heard in my life.
No, man,
it was snotty. It was. Listen, I need to call the Merriam Dictionary because I don't think that shit's included in silence.
I'm a cry on my own. 4 million people see you.
I was in the military.
But your wife, God forbid your wife sees you.
Yeah.
I was, 4 million randoms? What are we even discussing right now?
Guys, if you are upset with us, we need to just be straight. It is mentally ill to believe it's normal to not cry in front of your wife, but it's normal to cry on the internet. Sorry. That's weird. Now, I could be generous and say I agree with the sentiment that during a time of crisis, you guys are in the heat of battle. You guys are dealing with something that's an emergency that you're going to put aside your emotions to deal with what's in front of you. That's a super normal statement.
That's not.
But the problem with a lot of these characters, like Tatum, is that they live in absolutism because they're like doing this like alpha male, very strong man, like super traditional fucking cosplay. And it's just not real. It's not in real life. Guess what, guys? Soldiers on deployment, they cry. They might not cry when bullets are flying overhead, but when they get back to the barracks and they deal with the day's stress, maybe not that moment, but the day after or the week after, some of them break down and cry. And if you think the other soldiers are going to look at them like, you a bitch, you're crazy. I've seen soldiers, police officers, deal with situations that are completely crazy, and you see them run off to the corner because something is traumatic, and they cry. And if you think that other men are like, we can't do our job because one officer over there is tearing, that's not real. And that's why people are laughing at you. It's because you're trying to uphold this image of men that's not real. Men are human. We deal with stressful situations the way that you were dealing with Charlie Kirk. And sometimes we break down. And we can't control it the way you're pretending you can. We're laughing because there's hubris in thinking you're going to control grief. You're going to control all your emotions whenever you want. That's how you were talking. We're laughing at you learning the reality of that on a live stream in front of millions of people. We're laughing at you because you said you would never do this in front of the one person who should be able to see you at your most vulnerable. That's what's absurd. Y'all cry on the internet, but you won't cry in front of your loved ones, and you think that's not mentally unwell. I don't even care. And personally, I know Preach is not like this. Preach says, I don't want to see you cry online, whatever. He doesn't like that shit. I personally don't care. I just think this standard of like, I won't cry in front of the people who've known me my whole life, but I'll cry for strangers. My wife will be destabilized because she sees me. Do you not understand that women are not retarded creatures? That women can also be tough during stressful times? That women can sometimes be your rock when you're going through something? It's not just one-way street. And people who think like this, I just don't buy it.
It's Go ahead. The thing is that the reason why I don't like it is that, okay, it looks performative. It's performative. When you film yourself and then you're talking to people while saying that you would never do it, now I'm just questioning everything that you do. Now I'm questioning it. I'm like, no, that's performative. You're performing right now. Because when it was not about that and you didn't think that thing was going to happen, you said, I would never cry in front of people. I would never cry in front of my wife. You know, I would never cry. I'm not going to cry in front of, no, she needs to. You think she doesn't have an internet connection? She's not going to see that. But then the fact that you're comfortable crying in front of everybody else is weirdo.
Yeah, but we said that before.
So I just look at your clip and I'm like, you're performing.
Yeah.
Jazz hands. That's you.
All right, let's finish this clip. I'll move on from Officer Talman. I thought it was meme music at first. I didn't realize.
Time out. Think about this.
Think about that. Coconuts
Picking coconuts in Barbados.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Walter. He might be a potato, but he definitely gave us some great quotes.
Now, I have cried multiple times because of Charlie's death. The only reason I could have turned the feed off, been like, I'm gonna turn the feed off. The only reason I didn't is because I wanted people to understand the raw emotion of what happened with Charlie and that they weren't alone in that particular situation. That for what people were feeling when Charlie died, they weren't alone. And
if you guys aren't aware, so Charlie Kirk was in the hospital after getting shot. People didn't even know if he passed away yet, but he was in critical condition. This man jumped on a live stream to talk about it. Everyone's different. Personally, if my good friend Preach gets shot, I ain't gonna run to you niggas to talk about it. I don't know. I'm not selling t-shirts right after. Everyone's different though. Grieve however you want.
I am. Hey, all right? You get on it and you buy the shirt.
If I'm about to pass away and you on stream already getting them AdSense dollars, yeah, I'm coming for you as a ghost.
Hey.
Yeah. Every time you about to nut, I'm like, your niggas is here. When you with your wife, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in the room.
Nut with me then, boys. We boys.
Pause. That went too far.
Never heard about Nut Ghost?
To come back to this, now he's saying he finds the news out and he starts crying, and now he's like, yeah, the reason why I allowed myself to cry on stream is because like I knew people were sad, and I knew like right when they all found out, like I found out, they needed to see me tear up. Don't make it this convoluted thing. Don't try to treat yourself like a hero. You were human. You found out some bad news. You cried. Now you're trying to rewrite history and be like, I knew that everyone needed to see me cry on camera. Guys.
You are not alone.
And let's say I agree with you. Let's say I agree with you that people needed to be seen, right? That's what he's saying right here?
Yeah. So I just told him, I didn't tell him to cut the feed. But to try to make it.
Right, when he's saying I'm not cutting the feed, they didn't need to feel it. What do you say? Let me play back.
Because I wanted people to understand the raw emotion of what happened with Charlie and that they weren't alone in that.
If you lose your dad or your kid, you don't think your wife wants to know that too? So you want to give that emotion to strangers. You want to make sure that they know that they're not alone, that they're suffering, you understand it.
Thank you.
But your wife who's lost the same child you just lost, you won't cry in front of her. Make that make sense, guys. He wants to comfort strangers, but he don't think he should.
But he doesn't want to find comfort in his wife.
Hey,
You're
you know what?
weirdo. It's performative.
And I tell you, these movements, they just come across as like more sus. You know what I'm saying? Just it's a bit weird, but let's keep watching.
In that particular situation, that for what people were feeling when Charlie died, they weren't alone. And so I just told them, I didn't tell them to cut the feed. But to try to make a joke out of this and to try to act like it's crazy, man. Because one day, one of these guys are gonna lose somebody that they care about, and people are gonna make fun of them. And to me, it's really nothing to make fun of because I don't really give. If I want to do it, I can do it if I want to. And if I said that and I do something different later because I changed my mind, that's on me.
But you didn't change your mind. You said you still believe what you believed 2 years ago. So why you bring that up?
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago, which is not 2 years ago. I believe the same thing today. But my wife has never.
You know, you guys, I'll tell y'all, these people will just rewrite narratives. They'll rewrite reality. They don't care. And they'll just start rolling with the lie and try to have you argue with their lies. What he said is just made up. Nobody laughing at you because you're mourning somebody. You'll have to do that because you want to be your victim.
You know what it makes me think of?
Go.
It makes me think of when you watch Pop the Balloon, and then they pop the balloon, and they keep on going. And when it comes to them, they say some shit that, oh, well, I popped because, and it's something that
had nothing to do with it.
No, they said after they popped. I'm like, no.
No.
Why did you initially pop?
Because you didn't learn that he didn't have a job.
Yeah, you didn't learn about
after
that
you popped.
until after. What's the initial? Now that it comes to you, you want to run it back. Oh no, yeah, it's because of that I did that, not because of because initially you just saw the person and you felt it was shallow, so you changed your intentions.
That's it.
But that's a bit the same thing.
So anybody says, "Oh, Abin preached," y'all were laughing at him, man. Don't let them lie like that. They're just making that shit up. But they need to do that to paint you a certain way.
Seen me cry before. Now a person can say, "Oh, she watched your live stream and saw you." Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But I have never cried in front of my wife, and I'm not saying that people won't. It's just saying, what is the compartmentalization of being strong in times of crisis? When Charlie died, that was a small, 15-second experience, but we prayed during the show. I wiped my tears away during the show. I kept broadcasting. And I think,
good boy,
it's nothing wrong with what happened, but yeah, I mean, to me, it's disrespectful to Charlie and his legacy that y'all think it's funny if somebody were to tear up because Charlie died.
All right, so here's the second one. Now he's trying to make it about like, oh, these guys are trying to disrespect Charlie by pointing out my hypocrisy, right? So you see how they try to frame it in the way that they can win? Because, God forbid, these guys, they were making fun of the dead. That's what he's trying to do now.
Yeah, 100%.
It hit different, bro, when Charlie died.
White Charlie Kirk is my white daddy.
Oh, okay, that's disrespectful. Yeah, that was unnecessary. Let me play it back.
White Charlie Kirk is my white daddy. Why you gotta be a white daddy? Kirk my daddy. Kirk my daddy. My favorite color is
You cowards that just want content to be made. I would never understand y'all. You guys take something that happened 2 months ago, referring to a video 2 years before that, to make content. Y'all suckers, man. And I no longer support I've been preached. It's fair game to criticize
something from 2 years ago that you still think today about a situation that happened not long ago. That's what we did.
Yeah, it is what it is. I never liked Officer Talman. I know he's getting his checks from Israel and AIPAC, to sell out his own country. So, good for him. But, yeah, dude has always struck me as a bit of a dummy. And this is just.
Well, you just proved it right there.
He didn't understand anything we said in the
he
video.
didn't understand. No, the point, and him. He didn't get it.
And I don't support them anymore. Nigga, have you ever bought a ticket or anything? What is this dude?
You can buy a shirt. You can buy this T-shirt right here. You can buy this T-shirt right here. You can buy this one. As a matter of fact, we'll send it to you.
You know what? This must be what like a woman feels like when a dude comes up to them and they're like, I don't want to be with you. And she probably sitting there like,
I'm not interested.
Who are you? Imagine getting rejected by somebody you didn't even know existed. That's what it feels like. But yeah, I never liked this guy. So hearing all this is more good news. Anything else?
No.
I'm glad to be moving on.
Let's move on. Fucking.
Well, we got your segment next. You ready?
Yes, let's go.
All right, take your position. Pause.
Yeah, damn, bro.
All right, you up there, right?
Nah, I'm gonna stay here.
Namaste?
I'm gonna stay.
Oh, wait, guys. Remember we
God.
talked about it?
What happened?
We talked about it. All right. We said that, a certain amount of donations, something crazy about to happen. Check this out what we picked up, all right? Shit about to get crazy.
It is about to get crazy.
All right. Yo, bring me the camera too.
We got a wheel.
Okay.
Okay, there's all marriage stuff there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it's not gay. That's where we got it from, right? People that was committing a divorce, and they gave us their old shit. So we're gonna replace all that wonderful stuff with things we're gonna spin. So whenever you're gonna give a hundo, we're gonna spin the wheel, and we're gonna fall on the wheel, and then you're not a good cameraman. I'm right here, dude.
Don't worry, I got you.
Oh, you got me? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but I'm not centered. Not me.
It's the rule of thirds. As long as you're in this third,
I'm on the other.
you don't understand cinematography. Just spin the wheel.
Okay, Tatum. Trying to reframe this. Anyway. Yo, I'm quick with it. Don't play. So we're gonna spin the wheel whenever you give donations, and then this thing is gonna happen. It's gonna land on that, and then boom, we're gonna perform what needs to be performed. He says back to camera and then passes in front of the camera. My boy, you could have passed right.
Exclusive footage. ABBA's midsection. No.
Hey. Yo.
But yeah, we got some cool ideas for like things that will be on the wheel, right? Last week we had the thing with the complimenting Myron for 4 minutes, but who knows what's going to be there, okay? We might just have I'm not going to spoil it. Just look out for that. Now, Preach, you want to show us something today?
Well, first and foremost, I want to address something is that, a lot of people went in my DM a couple of years back because I use a slur, and I'm sorry I did. I used the slur nerd, and he mad?
No.
You mad because, I was talking about the D&D people?
All right, sorry.
Weirdos. Anyways, no, but, yeah, hey.
I reveal.
No, something happened. I'm just going to put anyways, whatever. Something happened not long ago is that I got invited to another, a French content creator that has a store, basically. Because, yes, in Quebec, I'm somewhat of a thing. Can you pull up my IMDb, please? Yes. Because you know me from Abba and Preach, but I also have credentials. Yeah, Eric Etienne, that's my...
Why is my face there? That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, your face is not on my IMDb.
Somebody getting fired. You better move that face right now. That's
no,
crazy.
I like that. I like it like that. Yeah,
That's wild.
baby. But you can scroll.
Hold up. Do you
No, you can scroll. Don't worry about it. It's
should
fine.
I just move it to this side?
Yeah. It's cool.
That's
It's cool.
crazy.
It's cool. That's great.
The
That's
disrespect,
good.
bro.
There's no. This guy says the guy that's always disrespecting. All right, so you can scroll. You can scroll the IMDb because of those things on my credentials. That's the reason. Like they want to interview me and stuff like that. So it was a cards store that he owns, and we were able to open up cards. But the problem is that I like UFC. I don't like hockey like that. I like UFC, and he didn't have any more of the product anymore. So what he did was I said, hey, you know what? I heard about them Pokemon cards. And I want you to introduce me to that. I want you to make me understand what's going on and what's the lore of Pokemon. Because at first, when I was a kid, I thought the Pokemon thing was going to last 6 months, and it was going to be a cancel show, and it was going to be over, and we would not talk about it anymore. But was I wrong? So he explained to me everything about the Pokemon. I'm still not good at it. I still don't understand, but I kind of went overboard, guys. I think I'm part of the nerd clique. I think I'm part of y'all guys. This is what a section of my house looked like. You see, you could play the clip. Play it. This is where I store my bottles, because you understand that I like to collect things, right? This is my alcohol collection in my house, right? So I do collect things. I have this mental thing where I collect things. Can you move to next to that cupboard where I put all my Pokemon stuff? And this is where so I got 2 binders, 3 binders. I got, those boxes are full of the latest Mega Evolution Pokemon because I got invited to another live stream and we opened $10,000 worth of Mega Evolution cards. I got all these. That's Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flame. That's a new thing that just got out. Then on top of the alcohol cupboard is some more stuff that I was able to collect. It's yes, all those boxes. You see, stop, pause. Can you bring it back? Okay, stop. Don't play it. Those 4 boxes. Abba and our friends went to Japan. And I was not part of the trip. And I said, yo, you're in Japan? You need to get me those Japan box. You need to go to the Pokemon centers. Give me those. $50 each. I was like, let's go. He brought it to me. They're right now on stop. Just under that is another box set. Can you keep on going, please? You see the box, but between the alcohol boxes, you can see all the other boxes of Pokemon that I still have stored that I have yet to open, And behind, you have more boxes. It's a problem. My girl thinks it's a problem. But I treat it as stocks. I think that's what it is. It's a wonderful thing. It's stocks. I gain. That's how I view it. I view it as stocks. It's crazy. Can you bring up my collector's app pictures? Cause I get this is me right there. This one. Hey, in the past month, I gained $6,612.02. I mean, the thing is going up. It's crazy. Next slide, please. I'm there. I'm a nerd just like you, bro. This is one. Okay, you see the one on top? The one on top that was on top of my cupboard? Yeah, top left. Yes, this Celebrations Ultra Premium Collection. I bought this. It was $400 6 months ago. Look how much it's worth now. $1,138.19. I'm lost. I'm lost in the sauce. Next slide, please. No, because I'm enjoying this. And this is what they bought. This is the box set from Japan. You see right now, it's at 102. What month did you go to Japan?
February.
February.
I wanted to go during Black History Month so I could be away from black folks.
That's great. But that box set was $50. Now it's 102. That's great. Do we have another slide? We don't, right? No? Wonderful. All right, cool. So what I have here is a booster box, a booster bundle, Phantasmal Flame. This is the thing that I love. It's just whenever you open these up, this is the good stuff. My God, you just slide it open like that, like if it was pennies, and then you have fun with these. Those are the packets. This is my thing right now. I just open them up like that. I swear to God, certified nerd. You toss this aside, all right? You toss the first one because the first one, well, it's a redeemable thing if you have you play the online game. The second one is gonna be energy, but then after that. Let the fun begin. That's where you get those cards, baby. Let's see if I'm gonna get a hit. Ooh, I see some shiny things here. Let me just. Bitch. Boom. That's the wonderful thing about it. This is what you want. This is the shit. When you get this right here, this in the pack, that's money right there, baby. Oh, Miss Magic's EX. Look at the glitters on that thing. It's just like gold. This is wonderful thing. I swear to God, this is the money right there. And don't get your cards off Temu, okay? Because they're all fake. Okay?
Put the focus back on him. Watch. And then you got to hold it right near his face.
Yes.
So just as long as the focus is near him, it should be fine. Then the glare, you got to just move with the light.
Yeah, move with the light. Let's do another one. Fuck that. We're
Bro,
doing
these
another
new
one.
Pokemons are ugly.
Oh, shut up.
I grew up with that real shit.
We don't care about
with
what
them
you grew up
Pokemon
with.
reps.
Yes.
Charmeleon,
Ratata.
Wartortle,
Yeah.
Mewtwo, Aerodactyl, Armalite, Slowpoke. You don't even know that shit.
Yes, I do.
You know the Pokemon?
Because my sister was watching that shit, and I thought she was a nerd. You know what I mean? Because her favorite Pokemon was Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. All that fucking stupid song. She was singing that shit. And I was like, yo, that's corny. But yo, hey, my boy Charmander.
Is that a big deal?
Fucking dweeb. Noob.
That's crazy. To hold the Pokemon cards like
Nah.
and say,
Those who know,
that's crazy.
Charmander's the big dude. Charmander's that nigga.
Yeah,
He's that dude. That's the one you want to get, baby.
I feel like I just caught Preach sitting outside some random woman's window masturbating, and then when I said, "What are you doing?" he's like, "Pervert." It's like that's what it feels like.
Yes. Yeah, you
that's what it felt like.
No, but it's crazy. I'm lost in the sauce. I'm officially lost in the sauce. This is what I do. My sister's in. My manager is in. We collect cards too. I got boxes. I got everybody in. Yeah, and that's the thing. Sometimes you get a good one. The top hit on this one was the Ambipon. Not that great, but it's okay. Let me do another one. No, I swear to God, it's just like stocks. It's your introduction to stock market.
Okay.
And guess what? I bought Magic cards. Do I play Magic? No, but there's resale value on that.
So let me ask some questions.
Go ahead, ask some
right,
questions while I have some fun.
Now,
Energy, 6 cents.
if there was not like a huge financial incentive, would you be heavily involved?
No.
So.
No, that's not true.
Okay,
That's
so I'm
not
trying
true.
to understand.
That's not true.
For you, what is the appeal of Pokemon cards?
I like the I've always liked collecting stuff, even cars. I was huge on Marvel cards when I was a kid. Those were gangster, you know what I mean? So I always loved that, the fact that you have fictional characters and energy, and then you compare them to just collecting those. I loved that back then, right? The problem is when I was a kid, I didn't have money and I couldn't buy those, and it's very frustrating to try to complete a set and you don't have money, and your parents, they don't care about that. They're like, it's just cards. I'm not gonna buy you like a pack of cards. This is just focus on your studying. You're studying all these Pokemons. Et c'est étudier l'école. Do you study at school, but you know which Pokemon is which? You know what I mean? So I kind of left that. When I was a kid, it had no money value. It's just I loved the art. I loved the drawings. It was someone drawing like that. I thought it was
cool.
It was cool. It was the imaginary behind it was crazy.
So to me, a lot of this looks like gotchas.
That what?
You know, gotcha games.
Yeah.
It feels like that, or like like the step above or step below gambling. That's what it feels like to me. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you could no.
Like it feels like, at least when I see people like, they're lining up. It's not because like they're passionate about Pokemon, but they're passionate about like the card stuff and like the money involved.
That too, but it's also I'm literally trying to collect something that is rare, and it's a thrill to have it. Can you argue that is the ancestor of lotto or gambling, like you say? Yes. There's definitely a mind trick in there of lottery. But yeah, there's a thrill. There's a thrill of winning a prize. There's a thrill of getting the big hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not denying. No, I'm not denying that.
Okay.
I'm not denying that. I'm absolutely not denying that.
I just didn't know if I was about to be like, hey, my nigga, congrats, and keep gambling. That's what it felt like I was about to do.
Yes,
so
but
I had to stop.
But it's very mild. But I can understand anybody that has.
Did you say what? It's very what?
Mild because I could afford it. Like, if I couldn't afford it, I wouldn't be as intense like that. I'm only deep in it like that because I can. But if I couldn't, I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I'd be focused on something else. Okay. And the reason, actually, one of the reasons why I was like, this is useless back then, because I couldn't afford it. One of the reasons was like, because I took it from my parents, and my parents thought it was useless because they didn't have money for it. Well, I obviously didn't have money for it, and it was not part of my priorities, that I was not prioritizing that. And I was saying, yeah, it's nerd stuff. Because why would I waste money on that? I gotta eat. But now I'm eating. I'm fed.
Okay, maybe this feels like gatekeeping, so forgive me.
Gatekeeping, well, but what?
But
no, gatekeeping.
To me, like
the real nerds are mad at me right now because right now I'm making this thing very mainstream. Those are the real gatekeepers.
I mean, it's pretty mainstream.
A lot of people are mad at because of people like me. Oh, well, you're an artist, and then you go on podcasts, and then you flaunt your stuff and this and that, and then you're making this popular. So you have a bunch of people that just doing it because of the. They're mad at me. You could.
Yeah. I guess. When I used to get Pokemon cards as a kid, nobody really was like hyper focused on cash. It's like we all watched Pokemon and then we would play at school. Same thing with Digimon. Same thing with Beyblades. It's like if you was buying and collecting Beyblades, it's because you just enjoyed that shit. So to me, it's a bit bizarre watching this stuff now.
I can understand that. It's like if all of a sudden Pogs came back in style and people was like, yo, it's just like, oh, there's so much money. This one is worth really a lot. But, it's always been like that. I just believe that people were more intent. There was not Pokemon games. It was, back then it was hockey cards. That people were really like, oh, I got a hit. I got the rookie year of that person and that person. It was because the player was really famous. The player was really good. And it increased the value of the card. Okay. And people had their Beckett magazine to see the value of certain cards. I mean, it's always been a thing.
What's the difference between you and like folks who, some folks who go up to like famous people's events and like they get a signed T-shirt and just try to resell it, at a higher price. They're not even necessarily fans of the content per se or like deep into the artist's music. They just want to be, so they're aggressive and they're at every event and they're trying to get the signatures and stuff. Like, what's the difference between you and them?
Difference is I'm not bothering anybody. Those superstars are fictional and I'm not invading their space. I'm not hurting. I'm not hurting someone.
But they're not hurting people either.
No, but I'm not bothering nobody either. Well, yes. Well, yeah. When you're going after a superstar and then you're just asking.
Yeah, but the contention I'm having or the issue that people have with them is more so that these guys are really hyper focused on just getting the merchandise to be able to resell it at a higher price point. That's the contention. I'm just asking the question. This is my
because I'm not even sure I'm going to sell at a higher price. Maybe I'm going to open it up someday. I'm one of my friends that opens stuff up just to complete collections. I keep a bunch of stuff, yes.
Okay.
But I also finish collections. I want to finish collections because I couldn't do it when I was a kid.
Right.
It was not accessible for me to finish a collection when I was a kid.
The reason why I brought up the finances is because you brought up like you're going to make, you brought up how much more value it is and how much it can resell for. So that's why I was just like, oh, that's really important.
But it is one aspect of it. Like I follow the stocks of it because it's like something more, but it's not the sole purpose of that. I like the complete sets because it's fun to have the complete set of something.
Gotcha.
It's fun to collect and to go fetch and to have the excitement of like, oh my God, I didn't have that card. Do you have that card? Oh, I have it. Okay, so what you willing to exchange it and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So it's really that I enjoy about it.
All right. Well, now, while Preach continues to go through his addiction.
Lost in the South.
We're going to move on to the main topic.
Can I get some more cards, please?
That everyone wanted us to talk about, which is the brown table talk.
The brown table talk.
That's right. Akaash is, in some estimations of people, the sunken place people say his career's over, all this other stuff. I think some of you guys are being a bit dramatic.
I don't think his career's over.
The internet cycle's really short. Everyone's going to move on, and no one's going to really give a fuck, and they're going to have to live with it. And everyone else is. So anyone who thinks this is going to ruin his career, you're a bit delusional. But more clips have come out. They look really fucking weird. In fact, she's even responded to some of them, explaining why she might have been dodging some kisses, because like people made a big meme out of that. They made a compilation like the one I did, and they basically just kept clipping moments of her just running away from his kisses, and she wants to explain why. So
go ahead.
Why don't we hear from the lovely wife and find out what it is that she finds so revolting about kissing her husband. Which I don't know. To me, that's always going to be a bit of a funny.
Go ahead.
All right, here we are. I'm going to full screen this shit.
Nothing. And then I'll also respond to create a narrative out of nothing. And then I'll also respond to the people saying I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA, physical touch. I find it really overstimulating. And so it's something I actually work through with my husband because that's his love language. And I feel like for him, he tries to do physical touch to regulate his emotions, and I find it really dysregulating. So it's something we kind of work through in high stress situations because I get overstimulated when a lot of things are happening, and like my mother-in-law is there, my mom is there, and Akaash will tend to kiss me when there's a lot of people around, and sometimes I'm overstimulated, so I'm just like, oh, so yeah, if you want to know like my whole fucking psychosis or whatever, then I can give it to you. But it's just annoying that you guys create a fucking narrative out of something that's sweet for no reason whatsoever, because you're miserable in your own lives is my only reason that I could reasonably assume.
Okay. So that was her explanation. She's overstimulated.
I can understand that could be a thing. That could be a thing. I get it. I get it that you could be overstimulated. I get that you're not a PDA person. I understand all that. But the people that are laughing at that is not because they are miserable people. It's because there is a laughable thing into you saying that you are a virgin and then saying that you pop your pussy for them boys. And then after that, saying that you don't like PDA. People are going to mishmash all that and be like, things that make you go, But I can understand that people, like, human beings are full of contradictions and full of like, humans are complex. But you can't be like, I don't understand why you guys saying that. It's because of all of those things. The back and forth is weird. I don't like PDA. I used to pop my pussy. Like, people are going to look at that funny. And I can understand that at some point, those two things can coexist. Right. But yeah, people are going to look at it weird. I don't like PDA.
Expectation for that feeling.
All right, got the audio. Sorry, guys.
From him. That at the wedding mark, I didn't have any expectation for that feeling to increase, but that feeling has increased where I feel even more love from him than I ever thought that I could.
See, she's able to do it. All right, so everybody
that was very misaligned, but
yeah, something that
was.
I tried finding one.
That was bro. Playback. No, just.
No, we don't have to see that. I'm just trying to help Akaash a little.
You're not trying to help. No, you're not trying to help nobody. Let's be real. This guy said I'm trying to help Akaash.
And look, the whole overstimulation thing.
I get it.
Because Akaash tries to kiss me when we're in public. There's a lot of those clips where they're in private and it's just the two of them.
No, if it's a clip and you're if you don't like PDA and there's a camera, even if it's nobody, there's a camera.
And then he keeps trying every time?
Yeah, it's public.
So wait. So she don't like it. This is a thing, but he keeps trying to kiss her all the time?
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't like it, but he keeps doing it?
Yeah. Because it's one person's love language that don't match the other person's love language. I've seen that.
Sure.
I've seen that.
Sure, but if you guys been together for 10 years, I think at some point you have to adjust, no?
That's not how life works necessarily. Like, people don't necessarily be like, oh yeah, after 10 years, okay, I'm just gonna accept that love. That people still struggle with different stuff.
What?
But yeah.
No, hold up. So wait, your partner says, I don't like it when you touch me this way, and at 10 years in, you're gonna keep touching them the way they don't like?
So I'm not gonna do it, but some people do. Yes, not everybody is all there in the way of doing. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes not liking something can take a lot of things for adjustment. But popping your pussy, never. All right. No, I understand what you're saying. I would not do it. I would not do that. But oh my God, it's because it's. But there's a difference, because now you're asking me, right? You're asking me what your partner don't like that, you will keep on doing it. Me, no, I wouldn't do that. As a matter of fact, I don't think I would marry that person because our love language don't match, and it kind of does. But that's me. There's a thing that doesn't align. We don't. I think some people, I think that they get married very quickly, but that's their business. That's not mine. So if now you're asking me in that situation, there's a lot of things I wouldn't do because I'm not them in that situation. I'm really just me. There's a lot of things I wouldn't do.
Okay,
there's a lot of things I wouldn't go for. So
I think we're gonna have the opposite role today because last time I was the more generous one, and I think you're that person today.
I'm always the more generous one.
No. Last week you were like, yeah. Okay. No, that's not a bit. She fucking meant that shit. It's okay.
That was not a bit.
We all disagree. You being generous is a beautiful thing, but I think that when I'm watching someone propose in that moment right there, and like you're reeling away as quick as possible and ready to show that don't look like overstimulation, my guy. Look at this ring.
No, but there's no. That's unfair.
He was dodging that shit like Neo in the Matrix.
That's unfair. That's unfair. That's unfair. That's unfair.
Hey, bro,
that's
if
unfair.
you dodge it,
you cannot dictate how overstimulation looks like.
Huh?
Oh, I'll say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
You cannot. Okay. Mm-hmm. You cannot dictate how overstimulation looks like. Mm-hmm. I'm done. That's what I said.
Yeah, I disagree. I think someone going on streams, being so comfortable talking about every sex thing in the world, yapping their way without any hesitation, and the moment their husband comes to even touch them a little bit, they're reeling away like this. That's not overstimulation. No, there's a part of that which plays into a lot of the other stuff you said, which is like he's not very attractive.
But
I think about masturbating, I don't think about my husband. When I think about this, I don't think about that. You want to just say it's just the overstimulation, or you want to buy into that narrative, but I don't buy it. That's just that's the most generous, like, hey, my nigga, if you think that's all overstimulation, God bless you.
No, because there's something that feel really much more, there's some things that feel much more intimate than others. You know, like you're kissing people in front of everybody. That's very intimate. You know what I mean? Popping your pussy, not so much.
All right, you trying. You really trying. You really trying. But anyways,
I'm sarcastic.
She's comfortable, embarrassing her husband every chance you get. I get it.
It's just this. It's just, okay, this is what I'm going to say about that. I think she's full of a lot of contradictions, and she doesn't understand how what she says can be seen as not make any sense. She does not see it. I don't think that person has a lot of self-awareness. I don't think that she understands even like she doesn't correlate one thing and the other and putting them together. You understand what I'm saying? Like whenever she gets on and talks about something, it's in the moment right now. She's in the moment. Namaste. In the moment. And she doesn't think about what she said before and how it correlates and look. It might look. That's what I think. So, hence the reason why.
Weird about period. If your man.
Hence the reason why in her head she's like, oh yeah, wipe the hard drive, popping my pussy. Wipe the hard drive. He has a 10-inch cocker. Wipe the hard drive. Like everything she says is on the moment. It feels like.
I just think she's not attractive, but okay.
If your man is weird about periods, that's a red flag. Break up with him immediately, no pun intended, because when I was in college, I dated this guy. He didn't want to fool around when I was on like the heaviest days of my period. Okay, totally understandable, I get that. And I was like, oh great, good news, my period ended, like we can like have fun tonight, blah blah. And he was going down on me. Like, wouldn't you know it, I was still spotting. And also, if you're like
Hey, buy the t-shirts, guys. Don't forget. I have nothing. I tried.
Let's keep going.
Looking around down there, like more blood can sometimes come out even if your period is over. And I swear to God, like I thought my period was done. He like looked at me with so much disgust
Okay.
And I'll never forget that moment. Like, I felt so ashamed and so dirty, and like he was like, how could you do this to me, and all this stuff. Ruined the night and like whatever. And he was my boyfriend at the time. I was just like so depressed. I went home and like I called my sister and I was like, I have to tell you something, like this happened to me. And she literally was like, so? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, Jesse, that's so normal. Like,
so my question is, he was eating you out and then you was still spotting, right? So when he got up and kissed you, did you swerve? We have to find that guy and ask him.
Did she say that's normal?
What's normal? Spotting? It's not spotting. It's
No. Eating a girl out and like getting blood on you. That's like a normal experience for people.
Yo, boys being boys, man. You can eat your steak. You can eat your steak with a little bit of blood in it, but not your girlfriend. Come on now. Lighten up.
Okay, maybe I've just
you go see UFC and you're like, yeah, fuck him up, blood, and then you can have a little bit of blood on your dick.
Listen, I have no problem with period sex. It's not something that bothers me, but eating a girl out just before, right around, or just after, I would never. And almost every woman I've ever been with has been very sensitive about that possibility, so they tell me not to. So I don't know. Maybe I'm unaware. Maybe this is more normal experience. Coagulated, little clumpy.
It's medium rare.
I didn't know that shit.
Medium rare with a little bit of blood pudding. Okay, what are we doing here?
Also, don't forget,
you accepted from a cow, but not from your wife. That's crazy.
Throughout all of these sex stories,
that's crazy.
Throughout all these sex
What's
stories,
next? You're not gonna use.
Hold up. Throughout all these sex stories, she's also a virgin. Never forget that. Okay. It is crazy.
You guys are being dramatic. You guys are being dramatic.
Yeah.
You're being dramatic, man. You're dramatic. Extra dramatic.
All right. Got two more clips that I thought were kind of funny. I know she's overstimulated right now, so I want to be considerate.
It's Akaash's birthday. The worst day of the year for me is...
Oh, I know this. Go.
Tax day?
No.
It's Akaash's birthday.
And I feel it because she's being nice to me all day. And by like 10 p.m., I can feel her getting just like, I'm so ready for this to be over.
Why?
It's like I turned back into a pumpkin at 12:01, May 5th, and she's so relieved that she gets to be mean again.
Okay, May the 4th is Akaash's birthday. And
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something, and I have to also be nice and do like acts of kindness.
She said that twice. You know, she said that twice.
Well, may the 4th be with you, because goddamn, bro. Don't look at me like that. I have nothing.
Is this also a result of her being overstimulated?
Yes.
Like her feeling the need to be mean all the time?
Yes.
And just want to just check.
Yes.
I know these things affect people.
Bro. I fucking tried, okay? Like, I tried.
I'm
all right?
overstimulated?
All right. Dude, I fucking tried. I failed. Can you fucking get over it?
She's really not okay with it.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's really hard.
For her, it's really hard. She needs to just,
Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess all day, every day, so that...
I'm sorry. It just PTSD.
Listen.
PTSD. For me, this is personal. Like the whole I'm used to being treated like a princess thing. It's a personal thing. Let me take a second. Let me collect myself. This one is lost. All right, let's keep going.
One day that I don't...
Oh, what torture.
Yeah, it's
And
hard.
treat somebody else like they're the main character. That's like the lowest in her book. That's what it is. That's what it is.
This birthday, he didn't really give a fuck either because he gave me this ring and he was like, I've done enough.
Oh, God.
Yeah. What are you look at the ring. We went to Turks
But
and
did you get her
Caicos.
flowers?
I hate when...
It's a sketch. That's my last thing that I got. I got nothing, no bullets, nothing. It's a sketch. It's a sketch. They're sketching right now. It's scripted. Yeah, it's not real. They're laughing. It's a skit. Obviously, duh.
All right, let's keep
You know, they said, oh, she can say anything as long as it's funny. They're laughing. It's a
You know
sketch.
what's wild to me right now? Is that my husband, he said, I just ordered your Christmas gift. I was like, oh, what did you get me? He's like, I'm not going to tell you. So I'm like, okay, trying to guess. And then he's like, what did you get for me? Excuse me?
The audacity.
The entitlement, the audacity. I'm a little taken aback, and I just want to know if any females have ever experienced this.
Yes, they're all going to say yes. They're all going to say yes. They buy gifts. You know what? Comment section, I want to hear what you have to say.
No,
The entitlement?
I only want to hear females. I only want to hear females.
Yeah, no trans women.
Because it's like, I'm sorry, like, first of all, how many weekends were you gone this year, Akaash?
Working.
How many weekends?
I don't know, many. I lost count.
Okay, at least 30 out of 50. How many weekends are there? 52, right? Or 50, is it 51 or 52?
52.
Okay, at least 35, at least out of 52 weekends. And I do everything.
Okay.
Yeah. What was that scoffing?
I don't do anything.
I didn't say that, but I do everything.
Well, that's
I
impossible
take
to
care
do
of
anything.
Happy.
You do everything.
I take care of our nieces. I run around to Pilates, run back.
Nieces, like they ain't got no grown-ass parents?
No, she's talking about the place in France.
What? Oh, Nice. She's the mayor of Nice. Oh, my bad. I didn't know.
Okay, it's okay. A little geography joke. But all right. All right, I'll stop. All right.
I get all the groceries. I put them away. I clean the apartment. I do TikToks. What don't I do? I'm freaking
Buy me a
super.
Christmas gift.
It's just like I'm appalled, honestly, at the behavior.
Pause.
And
You can't, my girl, you can't complain to someone that you're doing everything, which includes cleaning the apartment, when you're complaining that that person is not there. You're picking up after yourself. You're not doing everything. You're picking up after yourself. He's not there. He's not there. Dishes, yours. Clothes on the ground, fucking yours.
But you're missing the point. She's a princess. A princess shouldn't have to clean for herself. So the fact that she's even doing it is proof of her commitment to you. You wouldn't get it because you ain't never dated a princess. It's okay.
Thank God. Jesus.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay, y'all don't know this mindset.
Thank God.
There's some dads out there that talk to their daughters like this and like make them think a man's supposed to do this kind
You're
of shit.
picking up after yourself, my girl. You're not doing everything. If you want to pick up less, do less. What you want me to do?
You go.
Oh, my.
It's the entitlement that you don't think you have to get me anything. That's what bothers me.
have you ever watched Real Housewives of New Jersey?
Oh.
Have you ever watched Real Housewives of New Jersey season 3, the Christmas episode, when Melissa got the shoes? She got like a Louis Vuitton baggage, and she got a gold Rolex, and she got a recording studio. Did Joe ever ask her, "Where's my gift?"
This is jarring, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
My girl, that's what I was saying. You fail to understand how all this looks. It don't look good. Like you keep on talking and then you think you have a point. You did something there. You keep on talking and you're like, yeah, like my grand example, Real Housewife of New Jersey. Bon, mais c'est ça, là. J'ai rien à dire.
Let's get into the mind of Akaash, because he's done some interviews about this and some clips online.
Are you a people's pleaser?
Yeah.
Right? That's when you keep scores.
And she likes being pleased.
Are you a people's pleaser?
Yeah.
Right? That's when you keep scores.
And she likes being pleased, like openly. My wife is the most self-aware. It's like amazing. She laughs at herself. She's incredibly self-aware. She's like, yeah, I'm high maintenance. It is what it is. Like, I know you want me to, I'm not going to apologize. But yeah, that's where the scorekeeping comes in.
Because you feel like I'm doing this.
But I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it so you tell me I'm good enough. You know what I mean? That's a very different thing.
Right.
These are like really rough. I'm not giving to her for her. I'm doing it so she thinks I'm good enough. Let's sit with that for a second.
I
So
know
all the 25K gifts, all this other stuff. It's not like it's like I need you to know that I'm capable or worthy of you. And it's funny too because you see how he gives, and he's like, "Are you now going to reciprocate?" Like, and she's like, "Why don't you do more?" And you know,
well, he said it in the clip where about the ring. The whole introduction was about that. He said that.
Yeah, because he said I didn't get you a good enough ring before, so that's why I'm getting you this ring now.
So that you leave me alone.
And this is why earlier when you brought up the overstimulation, I had an issue with it, because I can understand overstimulation in some isolated incidents, but when you have a consistent trend where something you don't like is about to happen, I get it. You know, my partner might ask me to do things I don't enjoy, like holding hands. I hate it. Like.
But you hate it. I'm not gonna.
But,
do it. No.
Like this?
No.
Like this?
No.
This right here?
The guy says he hates holding hand. He proceed into holding my hand.
All right. So you understand?
Make it make sense.
But you understand?
Chat.
Okay. Because but if me and my partner are having a sweet moment, I will overcome my discomfort with that for her and that moment, okay? This idea that, like, at the highest moments, you can't even, like, my thing isn't even like, yo, they not make it out or whatever. It's like, can't we do pick? Okay, at least, like, hug the nigga properly. Do something. Yeah, like to me, the inability to compromise on your discomfort for someone else's comfort is what tells me a lot. I agree with you that some people are not into PD. I'm not expecting everybody, but like, you don't even see the bitch try. That's my point. You see him try all the time. He's trying so hard. It's like, people are like, nigga's pathetic. And she's laughing at him too. But like, she don't even try to overcome her discomfort for his comfort. I don't know. Maybe I'm too idealistic. I'm not asking for, I don't think so. But like this, it's a bit uncomfortable to watch.
You have to add another button, by the way, you have to add another button. Beta. You have to add that one. You have the beta, like beta,
and
beta.
Akaash, talks about the fact that he's like a bit of a loser or whatever. Like, to be fair, most comics are losers. They're social rejects.
Or it comes from
you guys
that.
laugh at them or all that stuff, but recognize, like, especially if you've ever been around comics and open mic circuits, like a lot of them are losers.
Yeah. And
I don't mean this to like shit talk them. You just, if you're there, you'll know. They don't have social lives. A lot of them don't have a lot of hobbies or shit they end up doing. So it's very rare that you meet one that's like got his shit popping.
Some of them collect
And so
Pokemons.
Akaash makes it, and doesn't change the fact that on the inside you might still have a lot of these insecurities, and I think that's what you're seeing here. But him saying, "I'm doing this so you can see I'm worthy." Oh my God! Yeah, that's why he's dropping $25K on some shoes. Sure he can, but he's not doing it because like it's accessible or whatever. He's doing it so like, see, I'm doing what you need, babe, love.
But it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough.
Yeah, and folks will say like you can choose this relationship. Absolutely, everyone's entitled to whatever shit relationship they want. No one should tell them otherwise. But I'm not confident that all these people would be saying this kind of stuff if a lady was constantly being treated like dirt by her partner, and then everyone's just like, "Well, fuck, man, shit, yeah, the way he fucking talks to you like you're a piece of garbage. We fucking love that. It's fine. It's your relationship. It's okay to just say, not very good, not very nice, whatever it is, and it's like fine. Then we walk away, and consenting adults can be overstimulated if they want. Ugh. All right, 2 more clips and we're done. Ready?
No.
What? What's this? That's not me, that's history. See? Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me.
I didn't say anything. I literally didn't say anything.
You went, no, but I could, you know what?
No, you said,
Preach.
are you ready? I
Preach.
said, no, I'm not.
I can interpret your silence.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
No, you
I
can't.
I can.
All right, Tatum.
Did you say if we have a son?
You said our son is going to be soft, and I said he won't.
Our son is going to be soft.
because I won't love him.
You're 5'7". I'm 5'2".
Physically soft would annoy me, but emotionally soft would really, I can't handle it. You sent me the video of the kid screaming when he touched soggy bananas. I don't want to hit kids, but I think about it. I'd throw the banana at him at least.
This is why Akaash said he needs to have girls. Because he's not going to love his...
I won't love a soft son.
Okay.
Man up.
Soft son...
Guys, I'm sorry. That would fuck me up.
Thank you very much. Timeout 2361 for the $9.99. And they say I'm overstimulated. I had to read that.
God, these clips are so brutal. They're so bad. He said, I don't want a soft son.
It was $9.99, but it was worth it. I'm sorry. That's a good one.
That's crazy. Let's get
Exhibit A. Look at your dog.
He's a dog, yo. How many times a happy barking a big dog and kill him? All the time. That's me. That's my son. That's my son.
So we're...
Is kissing dogs PDA?
Tabarnak.
I'm just asking. She kissed that dog with more enthusiasm. She kissed that dog. She kissed that dog with more enthusiasm than she ever has that soft male. I'm just saying. Her husband probably looks at that dog with envy. I wish I...
Jeez, I wish I knew what your lips feel like.
I can't. Hey, that's crazy.
Bring it back.
Nah. She didn't even...
No, she grabbed him. Come here.
Oh, yeah, she yanked that shit. She said, give me them lips. The way she was probably popping pussy in them white boy frat houses.
We're going to get IVF, and I guess we're just going to have to...
I am not joining TikTok. All right.
Two.
Physically
All right, let me
soft.
kill him all the time.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, if you look at the dog, The dog it's not on the lips.
The dog
is overstimulated. The dog is done.
When you get a bunch of hate comments, like for example, that video has 600,000. When you get a bunch of hate comments, like for when.
God bless her. God bless her. Is the sound okay? Yeah, it's buzzing. It's buzzing? Let me just...
It's your cable.
Hold up. Just
trying to break everything.
My bad. It just...
Trying to break everything.
That fucked me up. You know what's crazy too?
They call it puppy love? Nah, you guys are wildin'. People in the comment, you wildin'.
Nah, bro. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I just I'm struggling. I ain't gonna lie. I'm struggling because what am I thinking right now? You know what it is? I think as men, probably a part of us can somewhat empathize because a lot of us see us as like pathetic versions of our former selves, or like we can see ourselves like doing this kind of like subservient behavior for someone who's undeserving and who treats us like dirt. I can't say that I've had anything even close to this, you know? But I've definitely had a pathetic period where...
You were hiding in the bushes.
Again! Touche. And... But I think the issue for Akaash is that, you know, he didn't approach this whole relationship thing with like, oh, you know, I have my relationship. He's like, yo, this shit's fucking awesome. My wife's the best, blah, blah, blah. And then he like was shitting on other people. I think that's probably where a lot of people lack that kind of empathy for him. Because, yeah, that relationship looks very disgustingly pathetic. His wife looks like a leech, and there's just no way around that. And the idea that, you know, I'm all for being open-minded and that some people can have relationships where people banter, the wife cracks jokes at her husband's expense or whatever. But the fact that there's no balance, the fact that it's just, I'm shitting on you, you know what this is like? Maybe not exactly one-to-one, but this is like when someone always makes just black jokes. You know, for example, like you watch a white dude, he only makes black jokes about how black you are this, black you are that, and always like the butt of the joke is like black folks, continuously. And then after a while, it's like, you don't even take issue with whatever the joke is. It's like, why is this like solely, entirely your focus all the time? Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, when I'm watching her content with her husband, every time the goal is just to embarrass him, make him look subservient, make him look like a bitch, and remind him and whatever's watching.
But it works. There's an audience for that. There's an audience for that. There's an audience for that, especially when women do comedy and have husband.
Yes,
the man is going to be the butt of the joke.
I agree, but my whole point is, if you choose to make this singular thing the way you're going to approach all this stuff, at some point you have to recognize that the jokes are not just jokes and that there's some element of truth into it. Do you understand? The overrepresentation of this all the time tells me that like you're bringing this from someplace deep inside you. You're not just saying this off the cuff to be funny. There's some part of you that is unattractive. There's some part of you that does think he's a loser. There's some part of you that's like, the audacity, bitch, you should worship me. Not only does she say it sometimes overtly, but sometimes she's saying it covertly through these jokes. And that's why I'm saying, sure, it's funny. I could see how someone might think that shit funny. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, you don't like this motherfucker to some degree. And I would say the same thing about the other end. Like if you're doing those jokes about like the black folks or whatever, or pick whatever group you want, you know, if you're only doing the jokes about white people as a black person, there's some party that presents them. Yeah. You genuinely don't like it.
You're gonna look at
you have feelings inside that if we're in a conversation, they might be coming out and you're gonna be honest. That's what I believe. And I feel that way about most folks who hyperfixate. But
God damn. It's hard to watch.
Yes, it is. Did I want to play the rest of that clip? I don't know if I do want to. Yeah, we'll move on to the last clip. I said there was one last one, so we'll do that, okay? Here it is.
The idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive.
Okay, now, is this like partially a bit? Yeah, you can see by her smile, she thinks it's fucking funny, right? But also, she would never sign that fucking prenup, right? Mm-hmm. She really enjoys this bit of like, yo, my husband gonna do what the fuck I say, and I don't cook, and I don't clean, and I don't do this, and I don't work. Like she enjoys the fact that she can open.
And she had a wet ass pussy in college.
Yeah, like she enjoys having this audacity to be like that.
I mean wet, I mean blood.
Yeah.
Just want to put it out
there. And only one way. Like if I asked someone to sign a prenup because I had some like booming business. Mm-hmm. Then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup because like I don't want to like lose all my money. But then like if a guy asked me to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like I would literally call off the wedding.
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like I'm not even joking.
Yeah, she's not even joking.
She's not.
I don't think she is.
Look, I was trying to be generous at first. Like, yeah, something's a bit, but I think underneath it all, I think she just there's some dislike there, and I could get it. If I'm putting myself in her shoes and I'm princess, okay, I could imagine that if I'm a bad bitch and I'm young and you're 31, a bit of a loser and, you know, out of shape, if you want to be with me, you have to promise me a good life. And I will grant you the honor of getting those white frat boys sloppy seconds. Was I a virgin? As far as you're concerned, don't ask questions, stupid. Was I popping my pussy? Absolutely. Was I out there letting dudes, my boyfriends, eat me out? We didn't have sex, so as far as you're concerned. Don't question it, Akaash, you're a loser. Yeah. Don't want to hear from men. Don't even try. Thanks. So, you know that if we stop working together, I'm keeping 100% of the company? Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm serious. No, seriously. I'm keeping everything. I'm overstimulated.
Yes, beta.
I feel like that's the energy. So, all in all, I'm sure the Flagrant guys will probably talk about this. Did you actually see their channel?
The what?
Have you seen the Flagrant channel?
No.
Let me show you something. I think it's funny.
The YouTube channel?
It's a YouTube channel.
Well, yeah, the comments.
So
yes.
if you go to the Flagrant YouTube channel,
comments
and you go see their
is
latest couple of
videos.
So
there's some pretty high profile people on there, and then
look at these. Look at these.
Nuts.
More dislikes than there are likes. Let me like it just to show them some love. And all the comments are literally about Akaash. This was 9-10 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay. If I go back and I go to the other episode,
Dana White, pretty like
30 fucking.
Oh, I did dislike this one. This one has 6,400 today. You know what I mean? Nobody, just Akaash. Hey, somebody released the Akaash files.
Yeah, that was my favorite. I gotta admit, the Akaash files.
And then even the most latest one, 4 days ago.
No.
And it's just like, so that's been what's been going on with them. They've just kind of been catching, but I'm sure they're not stressed. Like, I know folks will think this is like groundbreaking. Oh, look at this.
Doesn't matter because
Recycled
people are talking about it, and all those people that are disliking and the comments that they're putting about Akaash, it doesn't matter. To YouTube, it's a comment. They don't care.
Yeah,
it's money. So I don't think they really care. They could never address it, and I think it'd be fine.
I think they said they were going to, so whenever they do that, good for them. But life goes on, guys. People are going to move on. The core fan base is going to still love them. They're going to show up to the shows. They're going to make money, and the podcast is going to move. And we're all going to move on to the next story. So enjoy this little moment in time. But for all the people who think this, like, oh, this is crazy, it changes the way you view him. But a lot of people else, they're just like, yeah, all right, and they go about their lives. So that's pretty much my thoughts on this. Anything else you want to say?
No.
I know.
No.
All right.
Non, j'ai essayé ST puis calisse, c'est dur. Je suis tanné là.
I wanted to.
No, wait. Who's worse? Miss Curie, Jada,
It's not even close.
or Jasleen?
Her, 100%.
Oh,
100%.
Where?
100%. And I'm not even like being hyperbolic. She's actually worse than every single one.
Why?
When have you ever seen Steph Curry's wife go out and actively like make a bunch of clips talking about other men she popped her pussy for, or other men she used to bang, or the fact that when she masturbates, she don't think about it? Like, these are crazy comments. Now, maybe he's okay with it, but if you're talking about like what's actually wild, it's not even close. Even Jada was trying to entanglement. She wouldn't even say.
Entanglement with August. Entanglement.
Yeah.
With
She wouldn't even
Marquise.
say
Shout
directly out
to you.
of maybe trying to dodge the
Well, yeah,
controversy.
it was so crazy,
This
but
girl
yeah.
was like, how you gonna compare entanglement with? How you gonna compare? She's absolutely worse.
Yeah. She's wild. Definitely.
I've seen Jada kiss her husband. I seen you hugging. I'm overstimulated. Let me keep moving like Neo.
Maybe she's a fan of The Matrix.
So
I am.
Yeah, I don't think it's even close. I don't think I've ever seen a Ayesha Curry clip that made me go the way this shit does.
Fair.
And from Jada, it was only the entanglement clip. Outside of that, I've not been like.
No, there's a lot of clips about Tupac.
But that's not. Is that her talking, or is it other people like telling the
It
story?
was her talking.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Even those ones, I'm like, it's a bit weird.
But it was not. It was not. Yeah. This is.
And even that one, like the man they were in love, he died. Like I could understand certain things, but anyways, I digress. Let's move on.
Not Jada kiss, but Jada Pinkett Smith kiss Will Smith. Some people just because you said, yeah, I've seen. I haven't seen Jada kiss like you've seen Jada kiss in a party or.
Hey, shout out to Jada Kiss. Jada Kiss sat there right in front of Diddy being weird and be like, I ain't gonna say a damn thing. Hey, one of the greatest killers in the game. I'm shutting my fucking mouth. Diddy. Oh, Diddy. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna do a different segment today. I'm gonna do a
sure.
Yeah, for this next segment, you guys are gonna hear me do a bit of yapping. All right, ABBA's gonna be showing you some of his own fuck ups in life, or talking about those. All right. So why don't we? All right, here we go. I think I got it in front of me. You don't need to pull anything up. We're actually going to do camera 3. All right. I might have to do some stand-up again. I forgot this feeling. You know this one? Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Good? All right, good. Go into your set. Are we already set up here?
Oh, yeah. It's just we have to put the camera up a bit.
All right. Because I'm a bit taller than my business partner, who I'm going to take everything away from when we break up.
It's not my fault I'm 5'3".
You know one thing people do that I hate?
What?
Folks always send me a picture of some black guy with dreads. Like, I thought that was preach.
Yeah.
I thought that was preach.
I don't even respond.
And it doesn't look like the...
I don't respond. Most of y'all, I block.
It's just a black person with
If you send me
dreads.
that big-ass dancing nigga that eats, I block you.
I don't even know who that is, but I just got one.
You know the
recently.
buff dude that always jiggles? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Nah, I don't want to know either.
Whatever.
Keep that shit to yourself. All right. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and we began going back and forth about, content that's made online, things about dating. And you and I have also discussed this, how people love to get online and talk about how everyone else is the problem. But they never say, oh, I did this over X amount of years, or I was, because everybody getting hurt, nobody knows who's doing the hurting. Is that fair to say?
Fair.
And, my relationship partner said something funny. She's like, you're like a good partner. I was like, okay. She's like, you're 36. I was like, yeah. She's like, well, why are you single? Or why were you before me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Your partner's saying, why are you single? Yo, bitch, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What is fuck?
I thought he was in a relationship.
Yo,
You cheat on me? No,
that's a fucked up way to say, I'll break up with you with some way.
I know, because I'm like, damn.
You're a good dude.
She
Good
like
person. Oh, yeah? Why are you single? Go ahead.
Actually, said something crazy to me recently. She said, I was like, yo, why do medical professionals at your facility, why do they have a membership program? And she's like, I don't know, you should ask your boyfriend. I was like, huh? And she's like, no, I misspoke. I meant like you should ask your part. Because like I would ask my boyfriend this kind of question. I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
She said to you, ask your boyfriend.
She meant to say you should ask your partner. It's like she was trying to talk about herself, but she was asking the question as if it was her, because like she would.
Akaash, this don't look good. This don't look good, Akaash. This don't look good. She said you better ask your boyfriend.
It's fine. I butchered it. Doesn't matter. It's so. My wife's the best person.
Nah, all
right, moving on.
Run it back.
Run
it back.
But she was asking the question of, like, why were you still on the market when we met? And I'm just trying to brag about the fact that I'm a good partner, partially, but also, I think that when she asked that question, she was trying to see like something's wrong. Because like normally you meet somebody and like, especially in your 30s, like, why are you still out here? Why are you still single? Somebody should have wifed you up or husband you up or whatever. I said, like, lady, if you had met me 3 years ago, I would have been wasting your time. And the kind of just sat there. She's like, why would you waste my time? Because I was not in a place where I could even think about forever after.
3 years ago?
Nigga, shit.
Yeah, but
there's a lot to unpack. But
yeah.
I say all this to say, it wasn't like my 20s or my early 30s was this, grand spree of like fucking people up and cheating, physical. It's not that. But there's a lot of wasting time. I say wasting time in that like these were never things that were going to go somewhere, which is not necessarily a bad thing because you need to figure things out. You need to work through stuff. But for me, yeah, like I was definitely not somebody who's capable of being, like a good partner in the sense that I'm emotionally present, emotionally available, physically present, physically available, all the things that you would normally need out of your partner on a consistent basis.
Yeah, but did you know that back then, or now you know that because you have You have insight, and you have like.
I didn't know that back then. No. But there's little hints of it, and so you're like, am I supposed to be doing this? And people are like, well, how did you not know that? And I realized there's a lot of things I didn't know because of the fact that I never had those examples growing up. And I never had those examples even around me. And like you'll see things through movies, but it's true like that for me for relationships as it was for family, as it was for friends. Like before I even got to around this last 2-3 years, the idea of having a friend and what it even means to be there for somebody was kind of foreign. Like it wasn't something that you normally understand intuitively. For me, it was a very big struggle because when you don't know what you don't know, you don't know that you don't know. Right?
Yeah.
So you're just literally moving through life blind and you're fucking things up, but you're not even aware that you're fucking things up because you're not even knowing. It's like giving everybody a car, but no one saw a manual. Nobody saw anybody else drive. You're just doing it.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And so you're getting all these car accidents. It's not malicious, but like, nigga, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You didn't go to school. You didn't learn from nobody. So that was a lot of my experiences growing up. People doing that to me, doing that to others. And yeah, I just like wasn't able to do shit for people. And the same thing for my family. Like, what does it mean to be a good family member? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about what it means to be a good friend or how you do it. We don't talk about what it means to be a really good partner until like a lot of the relationship content came along much later. But we don't have these discussions. And I realized this later. I was 28, and my friend Kate Davis, who's a comedian, she's in her 40s in Toronto. God bless her. She invited me over for Thanksgiving dinner. And I went there. I'd never done a Thanksgiving dinner before. And we sat down, big house, all the kids, they're all adults, everybody running around. You know, I'm seeing people yapping at the table. They're sitting down passing turkey stuffing. You know, it looks just like a fucking movie. And like everyone's just talking. I see the parents talking to the kids and they're all comfortable. They're opening up about shit. And I was just watching like this. You know how like white people get when they go to Africa and they see like a safari? That's how I felt. It really felt like national. I just didn't. I was like, oh, this shit's real? Like y'all really do like dinners like this and stuff? I sat at the table. Everyone's passing around. They pray. They yapped around. And I talked to one of the kids afterwards. I was just asking them about like how often they come home because some of them live far away. How often they call. They were like, tell me all the things that they do for each other, all the most. I was like, y'all really do that? I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, oh, that's what we didn't do for 28 years at home. Because when you're insulated in this like family environment that's just that, at some point you're just like, this is normal. Especially if you don't like spend time with other big families. Like, you're just like, oh, I don't remember the last time my family had a big family. Niggas is beefing. Don't talk to me, you slut. So at that point, I started thinking about, okay, well, how am I even supposed to fix that? You can't go back in time. So then I came to the realization that everyone knows, and we all know. I'm not saying anything groundbreaking here. This is not Abba having an epiphany that niggas is gonna be like, oh wow, I didn't know. It's just that even though we know these things, we don't apply them a lot of the times. And sometimes we just need a reminder. And I think that was how it was. And then like little by little over the course of the next 4 or 5 years, I started doing some shit I'd never done before. I started calling niggas. Hey, where you at? Home. What you doing? Chilling. All right, I love you. Nigga, you gonna die? But that's the calls that we were having because people were not used to me ever calling, texting. Yo, I could go 2 years without texting people that were close to me. Not giving a fuck because I was just normalizing that. And that same dysfunction that existed between me and family members or me and friends existed in my relationship. Things that should be happening, the kind of little labors that you're supposed to do consistently, the kind of patience that you're supposed to exhibit, I just didn't understand it. Spending time around you, spending time around a couple other friends, learning from them how they approach a lot of these situations, it gave me a lot of perspective on like the little things, the little day-to-day. And when we think of discipline, we always think of discipline in the context of like applying yourself at work, applying yourself in fitness, applying yourself in like nutrition, stuff like that. But we never think of discipline in the context of family. We never think of discipline in the context of like friends. The consistency and the minimal amount of effort that we have to do to show up every day for these people, because we take it for granted that these relationships are just supposed to exist. We're supposed to just fall in love. We're supposed to be the people that people want to be loving to. And not recognizing like the little things that we don't do end up becoming a big thing later. And the biggest impediment to that, like, you know, you don't show up to family functions, you don't show up to friends events, you don't do the things you don't want to do, all this stuff. It's just, it was oftentimes just taking the easy road. It's just, I don't want to do this thing, so I'm not going to do it. I don't want to talk about this topic, so I'm not going to talk about it. I want to learn about what you care about because I don't want to learn about it. And it's very easy to do that. But in every time I think I've taken that easy road to do the things that I just didn't want to do, I think a lot of that led me to very difficult situations, which ended up hurting me long term. And I think after the age of 28, that's when I started doing the stuff that I thought was difficult, which to a lot of people are like, how's that hard? It was very hard for me to contact people regularly. It was very hard for me to show up. It was very hard for me to be emotionally present, to look at myself, all these different things, very difficult. So yeah, I think my life changed after that point.
What point? When you met other motherfuckers when we were chilling, or where you was around my family or other motherfuckers?
I think it's a mixture of all those things. I think those things are a reflection of the fact that I prioritized those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. But you did mention before, like, how do you fix it? You can't go back in time. Yeah, what is done, but you just have to make the effort. It doesn't mean that people can accept whatever they have to accept, but you have to make, if you're in a group and then you're the first one to realize that there's something that is messed up and some things that happen, or you're the first one to realize the dysfunction, you got to speak up. You got to say something. If you want if you want to have a chance for shit to be fixed, or even have a chance to just even have a chance to fix things or mend things, or have just a little bit of a glimpse of what a relationship could be, you have to fix things.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have to accept people for who they are and not for the potential of what they could be. You have to accept them of who they are. That's them. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be like, hey, that person is like that and never gonna get it. You could either accept that they're like that and move on, or accept that they're like that and be like, I'm gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
But you gotta say something.
When I talk about like small labors and all these little things that I felt were life-changing, to me, I think it's interesting because I think intuitively we all know these things to be true. Like everything I'm saying, I think we all know, right? Like go to the gym. Got to show up consistently on a long basis.
Yeah.
The same problems you have at the gym are the same problems you're going to have oftentimes with all the social life, relationship life, right? If you don't show up consistently, you're not going to see gains. If you don't do the right things, you're not going to see gains, right?
But we don't want to see gains, especially not Myron's. Keep on going. I had to.
Clever. And if I could tell anyone to take away anything from this, is like, I think a lot of times we choose the easy thing. We can scroll on our phone in front of our loved ones and not be present because it's easier, it's comforting. Or we can do the difficult thing and actually try to be there. And it's like, oh, this is meaningless. It's meaningless the same way going to do a single set is fucking meaningless. But you do enough of those sets and you do them enough repeatedly, you learn something. And the problem with what I'm discussing right now is like the payoff, you won't see it till much later. The same way for the gym, you won't see that payoff till much later. But you kind of have to have that in your brain that's like, I understand this is difficult now, but if you stay at this for 6 months, I promise you that relationship going to change. I promise you that relationship with your niece is going to change. I promise that relationship with your nephew, your sibling, your let me not say I promise, because it is a two-way street. But that's the only chance you can have at it changing. So, yeah, if I can tell anyone, it's just like this, the same way that Thanksgiving dinner was my reminder, like, let this be potentially yours. And be like, if there's someone you're neglecting that's important to you, showcase that you care about them by doing the little labors. And yeah, for a long time, I didn't do that. I was a problem for a lot of the people in my life. Is that my fault? A lot of it is. Some of it's inherited too. You know, you come into a family, no one to teach you or like put you on game. You will go out of the world with zero game, right? Mm-hmm. So that's that. It's so funny too. My mom always told me, get married, have kids. I was like, you think I want to pass on this fucking dysfunction that y'all gave me? She's like, well, what changed now? I was like, okay, I don't think I'm fucked up like I used to be. I think that if I actually had kids now, I could actually be decent to them. She's like, oh, that's good. I was like, yeah, so I don't listen to you.
No, sometimes it's good to not listen to your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't know.
She just wanted me to have kids so she could be a grandma. I'm like, you didn't think about, am I going to be a good parent?
No.
See, like that's how y'all had kids. That's why I'm glad I didn't listen to y'all.
Some people don't think about, I want my kids to be parents or good parents. They just want to have grandkids. The same way some people just want to have kids. They don't want to be parents.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. That's my little fucking rant. But yeah, I wasn't much good for folks. Don't get me wrong, I was out here like fucking peeing on people's legs and shit, but I wasn't much good for folks. And I think now I might. And I'm humble.
So the conclusion is, I was blind, but now I see.
Facts.
Ending of Amazing Grace, if you didn't get that.
Yeah, but I just wanted to do a segment like that because, you know, people are like, I want to see more of your L's, Abba, because you like masturbate to that shit or something. And
masturbate to what? Your L's?
Yeah, people are like, fuck, Abba's a loser. Yeah, I have been definitely for many points in my life.
But I think that's all of us. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I feel like folks are kind of reluctant to even talk about stuff like this, and I think it's good. So
yeah, most people always talk about like how they was winning. Yeah, we winning. And this is how I win. This is how I win. Okay.
All right, you want to talk about the last story?
Sure, we could talk about the last story.
All right, last story. Guys, there's some terrorists involved, and we got to talk about them. Mm-hmm. These are my favorite kind of terrorists. They're white. Is that wrong? Is that
No comments. Go ahead.
So the reason why I want to talk about this one is because they were trying to take over Preacher's country, Haiti. I'm going to play the clip because it is kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie.
It's great. It's great. It's a great story.
So why'd you say it's a great story?
It's a great story.
That's such a weird response. All right, here it is. I'm going to full screen the bitch.
I want to warn you that this next story contains details that are rather disturbing and may not be appropriate for young audiences. 2 Texas men have been charged in connection with allegedly plotting to invade a Haitian island, murdering the men there, using the women and children as sex slaves. Authorities say that the 2 were also planning to recruit people experiencing homelessness here in the district to help them with their plot. And there's also an alleged connection to Joint Base Andrews right here at home. John Duran has been
what?
A Haitian island, murdering the men there, using the women and children as sex slaves.
Okay. You know what you're going to say?
I'm mad that they caught them. Oh, I would like to see 2 white boys step on the island trying to see how it would unfold. They would have effed with a bunch of homeless dudes. You're going with toothless, and then you're going to try to take over?
That's crazy.
Haiti out of all the islands?
Fair.
What you think was going to happen if you step on the island? You don't even speak the language.
Okay.
Come here, boy. Get on your knees, boy.
Okay.
You think we don't have anything there? We think we don't have guns? Machetes? Should I remind you that we kicked the ass of Napoleon back then?
Yeah, but it's a new day. We got new rifles, bro.
So do we.
All right, let's keep
So do we.
That the 2 were also planning to recruit people experiencing homelessness here in the district to help them with their plot. And there's also an alleged connection to Joint Base Andrews right here at home. John Duran has been looking over all of these court documents all day long. John, no doubt some very wild and rather disturbing allegations there.
Yeah, serious allegations, Larry. 21-year-old Gavin Weisenberg and 20-year-old Tanner Thomas are facing federal charges, including conspiracy to murder, maim, or kidnap in a foreign country. If convicted, that carries a sentence up to life in prison.
The U.S. Attorney's Office out of Texas's Eastern District says over the course of about a year, Tanner Thomas and Gavin Weisenberg...
Oh, these boys would have been eaten alive! Them two little boys with a bunch of homeless people? Hey, and if you think it's the men that would have fucked you up, the women would have the children would have fucked you up. What the fuck you mean?
Invade Ganav Island, a territory of the Republic of Haiti. Court documents filed Thursday show Thomas and Weisenberg allegedly planned to take the island by force.
Ganav Island. Gros Mongle. La Cayenne. You ever been to this island?
Yeah, nah, never been on this island.
You know it?
Yeah.
They're not going to make it? I just don't know how they thought they were going to take over this whole island with, what, 80,000 people?
Yeah, 80,000 people.
That's crazy.
You two with some homeless people. You think...
On the island, which has a population of about 87,000 people, and carry out their rape fantasies by turning the remaining women and children into sex slaves. Investigators say the two plan to buy a sailboat to travel from the United States to Ganav Island. They also plan to purchase military-style rifles to use in their coup. According to court documents, in January of this year, Thomas enlisted in the Air Force to gain military training to help carry out the attack. Officials say in February 2025, while in basic training, Thomas had himself reassigned from Ramstein Air Base in Germany to Joint Base Andrews here in Prince George's County. Court documents say he did this to be closer to D.C., so he could allegedly recruit people experiencing homelessness to be part of their plot. In August 2024, Weisenberg allegedly enrolled in the North Texas Fire Academy to get trained in command and control protocols. Court documents show Weisenberg failed out of the academy in February 2025. Afterwards, Weisenberg allegedly traveled to Thailand to enroll in sailing school, but didn't follow through with it because the training was too expensive. Investigators say the two suspects also studied Haitian Creole to help facilitate their armed coup plot.
On top of those allegations, federal prosecutors allege at some point during their plan to overthrow Ganav Island, Thomas and Weisenberg also coerced a minor to be in a child pornography that they filmed. They face 15 to 30 years in prison if convicted of that offense, Larry.
All right. Of course, we will wait.
This one's lost. As the fellow Haitian residents,
they would have murked you. It would have lasted 5 minutes. None but 5 minutes. First, you have to make it from the waters to the freaking island. From wherever you want to depart to wherever you're going to land. First, you have to make it in the water. You got to make it. If the shark's not going to get you, it's going to be Coast Guard. And then you step on the island. Boy, you and a couple of homeless. Okay.
I mean, listen, I can't even pathologize. It's like, you yapping about diddling kids, which is...
Yeah, no, that's...
And you know why it's good to hear about stories like these? Because there's more stories like these. So, like, terror plots that are foiled. People don't realize this, but sometimes the face of terrorism looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people always think like terrorism, they immediately go to like a brown face or whatever it is. But sometimes it looks like that.
Oh,
these stories all fluctuate. Like,
they should definitely deport them in their countries.
Just think about like how wild that is. Like these motherfuckers were going to leave their country, take a sailboat to some random country they were choosing. I mean, they probably chose Haiti specifically because it's destabilized, so they felt like this is the place where you can do it, where no one's going to give a shit.
That's the worst place to do it. That's the worst place to do it. Because what's keeping it together over there is if it well, that's not if. And when it catches you, hey.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's some sick people out
They're
there.
gonna cook your ass, literally barbecue.
Yeah. I don't know. I sometimes you just catch a story, you just don't even know what to think.
And the fact that they arrested them means that it was a serious threat. It was the fact that they arrested them and they're like, yo, we gotta press charges. It was just not two people yapping.
So it sounds like they were caught because they were trying to do they're doing the thing with the underage person, and that led to the rest of this one. They probably confiscated all the information. I
don't have much to say, but yeah.
You know,
they try to keep them safe. That's why they cut them.
Like, this was so convoluted to diddle kids. Or maybe they want to be warlords. Is that what it is? Like, they want to like just run this shit and have whatever they wanted when they wanted. They want to live like kings-ish, I guess.
Yeah, pirates.
Normally I can do some yapping, but
no, but there's so much things to yap about, and that, but also it's so obvious as well.
At least they try to learn Creole.
Yes, because going there with a southern accent would be crazy.
Little one, suck my pee-pee.
So unnecessary.
Could you imagine being in a Creole class? How do I tell the child to suck me?
That's crazy, dude. But that's probably what they was
Well,
trying
that's
to
what
do.
they were going there. So I mean, I feel like you got to learn. All right, maybe that's wrong.
No, Haiti's not the one. Haiti's not the one. In order to,
I mean, of all the countries you can choose, it does make sense why they chose that one.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
What's the reason? Proximity?
No, it has no functional government. And so if you're doing this kind of stuff, like, you can't go to a lot of countries with governments because obviously they have representation. They can, lobby for stuff. They can.
Well, that also means that if there's no government, that means that the locals can do whatever the hell they want without repercussions. So if they get you and they murk them two little boys, they're not. The U.S. cannot be. Well, let's ask the government to expatriate them. And no, they dead. We cook them.
Yeah, but their feeling is that if they train enough and they get other people with training and weaponry and very advanced stuff, they're going to win. That's what they're
the way that Haiti is set up right now, and they're pissed off at the people in power, the people that are Haitians, but from Lebanese descent or whatever. They're the colorism that is right now in Haiti. You have two little white boys that want to take over. They wouldn't be eaten alive. The way what's going on in Haiti right now, it was the worst country to do that. Because of how they feel about, oh, you American and you want to take over? And voyez roche, mon cher. Voyez roche, mon cher. T'es mort dans le film, là. Tu fais pas générique. The way the whole situation is going on right now over there, and their vision of who is in power. You got nobody. They have enough problems with everything that happens, from hurricanes to sometimes earthquakes. And then you got everything that's going on with the government. You got two people from the States, out of all the countries. One of the countries that depleted Haiti, the States, two little randoms from the States. You want to come here and do what to who? With who? It reminds me of one thing that Ross Hatch said in The Watchmen. One of the characters from The Watchmen, the guy that has the mask that changes, and then he's in prison. And then he looks at other inmates and says, like, I'm not stuck here with you. You're stuck here with me. And then he proceeded to murking people. That would be them. You're not going to take over nothing. We're going to take over you. It would have been a whole mess. The reason why they stopped them is like, listen, we're going to put you in custody because if the Haitians of the States know that you exist and you're dead. So let's protect you. And we're going to do due process. No, I can't even understand them taking that's the dumbest move. That's the dumbest move I can see from the situation in Haiti right now. They know that if they murk 2 white little boys, it's gonna be nobody's gonna come for them. I have no repercussion. I could do whatever. Nobody's gonna accuse me of murder. There's no police. I'm good. Bring it on. You're done.
No, we don't preach defending this country.
I'm not defending my country. Is that I wouldn't do that over there right now. I wouldn't do that right now.
My people to take.
I wouldn't do it right now. It's like the timing is crazy. Last week, before I saw this news, last week there's this big gang member that sent a message to the rest of the country. Hey, don't go outside. Don't go outside. If you go outside, then you're gonna say that we killed you for no reason. And people stayed inside. Then you have 2 little boys that want to try to take over.
Well, they have the homeless people with them.
Toothless and toothless? Nah, please, thank you. The last full meal they had was crack. Get the fuck out of my face. We have my moulin. Get the fuck out of my face, please. Please.
I will say it's like a
what bad timing.
We got some special kind of evil people. Truly. Like the idea that you guys are even contemplating this kind of stuff is like you guys are some fucking sickos.
Yep.
Like you think you've heard everything, and then you hear like some fucking straight up fantasy plot that's just set in 2025.
That's
like,
crazy.
What the fuck are y'all on? But it's good that people know that these things happen. There's a lot of terror plots. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, you know, they'll talk about terrorism or violence in this very narrow scope. But no. Sometimes you never hear about a lot of the incidents that are either politically or racially motivated or whatever the fuck it could be because they get stopped before they can go forward with it. That's the only reason. So this is a good example of that. But yeah, so I'll talk about the story. We actually went to Haiti, both of us. I had a great time. What?
I didn't say shit.
Why'd you laugh?
I can't reminisce the good times. I can't reminisce the good times.
When we went, things hadn't gone crazy. I think it was 2018.
Yeah. The food, the machetes and everything. You think it was good times, bro. You're cheesing too. You're cheesing too. Oh. We had great times. Nah, this was amazing.
Yeah. But everybody, stay safe. I think that's it for today's Brown Table Talk. We had a good time. For those wondering about the lives are not available publicly. They're going to be either up for the YouTube memberships or the Patreon. But we will be cutting these up into clips, so you guys will be able to see a lot of this stuff. In the future, things will probably evolve, but we wanted to
maybe.
Things are going to keep changing.
Yeah, it's going to change. Definitely.
We got some things that we're going to be integrating. Things are about to get crazy. But just tune in. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all.
And remember, we have merch, so get yourself a t-shirt.
All right, cut it. Cut it.